Yeah, no, I'm stuck like I'm touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown. Yo, like I'm touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, no, I'm stuck like I'm touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown. Yo, like I'm touchdown.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Acer India Predator League 2024 Dota 2. Once again, joining us on desk is the one and only Necris. Necris, we only have one single BO1 today. Well. True strike
I
on team. All. Ah, you were about to say something, I believe.
I'm just sad. I'm so sad. I wanted to see more games today, but
Oh,
I'm guessing,
yeah.
unfortunately, because of the disqualification
hmm
yesterday, it was going to be just one game. And but this game is going to be something else because we know True
Yeah.
Strike. True Strike
And Team
has something to
Relax.
show
Yeah.
us. And yes, of course,
hmm
Team Relax,
Same goes
which had
for
a
the
very
Relax.
good showing in front of Rogue Squad. I'm excited to see how they do against True Strike.
And again, as we were talking backstage, the draft carries a heavy load because Team Relax, they entered the battlefield with a very good draft yesterday against Team Rogue Squad, and now they're about to face True Strike, a big name. Yesterday, True Strike was scheduled to face Team Whoops, but because of some reasons on their side, they had to back off. But this is going to be their very first game in this tournament. Well, I am really excited, but then again, let's look at our total prize pool of this Acer India Predator League Dota 2. We have a total prize pool of 6,50,000. This is huge. Whereas the number one team will get 3,50,000. Second place gets 2 lakh INR, and third place gets a total of 1 lakh INR. But Nakris, my question for you, and maybe uh, the trending question of this Acer Predator League, do you think we might see a Brewmaster pick today?
I'm so glad you asked that question. I'm so glad. And
Well,
at the
you want
same
to see.
time,
Yeah.
I do, but I will admit I don't have many hopes for Brewmaster to show his face
Yeah.
because both we have seen Team Relax also been banning the Brewmaster, and also I don't think True Strike is going to be naive enough to let it go. So
hmm
maybe it is a big expectation to have it, but here's hoping. Here's hoping we see some amazing plays from the Brewmaster.
Well, if we are lucky, we might get to. But yeah, we will wait for the draft to begin. Our one and only game of the day, Team Relax taking on Team True Strike. Where Team Relax, we have already seen them play. We have already seen them, uh, you know, holding their ground against a team like Rogue Squad. And we both know Rogue Squad. That's a great team too. We have seen them play. They've won some very good games by far. But let's directly jump onto our draft. Let's directly jump onto our pick and ban
10
phase.
seconds
Let's see,
remaining.
are we getting a Brewmaster ban or a Brewmaster
5
pick?
seconds remaining.
Okay, so
Radiant team
if
ban.
I'm not
Ah,
wrong, that's going to be yep. It's a Master Man, and that's not going to be it. Goodbye, guys.
Radiant
Good night.
team ban.
Shabba khair, whatever. It's not going to be happening today. But I'm going to hope there is another Dawnbreaker
Dire
ban.
team
I feel
ban.
there is a Vengeful who's banned because those heroes have really been a problem, a thorn in the back of a lot of
10
potential good
seconds
plays,
remaining.
and maybe just maybe,
5 seconds
we could see
remaining.
something different.
well, let's see. We have been watching, I think, Bloodseeker again and again. We have seen
Mm-hmm.
Bloodseeker pick a lot
Radiant
of
team
time.
ban.
Then Dawnbreaker is coming, going, coming, going. So yeah, I'd like to, watch some other
10 seconds
quirky
remaining.
picks. Let's see, maybe Clockwork. We have seen a Clockwork game
5
too, I
seconds
remember.
remaining.
Maybe the day
Amazing
before
Clockwork
Radiant
game.
yesterday.
team ban.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
It was absolutely a pleasure to watch Clockwork because I love the hero. It's such a good laner. It's such a good zoner
Dire
in
team
general, and
ban.
it helps your core farm
Radiant
very
team
easily,
ban.
and also is just ready to kill. And yet again, we see a first pick Invoker. We have seen this time and again, and I think Relax has They picked Invoker last time. No, I don't think they picked Invoker last time. But we have seen other teams pick Invoker
Yeah.
just in the first phase and just throw it out
10
there
seconds
because they know
remaining.
even if you use counters to counter Invoker, there's not going to be much you're going to be able to do. And plus, we see Undying coming out, and Undying also very very strong hero. Not really seen much success, if I'm being very honest. But hey,
Dire
here's
team
hoping.
back.
Maybe this is the game Undying finally shines and uses this game as a boost in that win rate in this tournament. But have you seen something? There's a Naga Siren that has just been banned.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe this hero got picked in the tournament, but we haven't seen a Naga yet. And
10
in this game, we won't
seconds
see it
remaining.
either. But this hero,
Well-
in this current meta, it's amazing
5
flashing.
seconds
It's amazing.
Yeah, and that is why he's getting banned again and again. But on the other hand, we have seen a Legion commander ban too. Now, Necris, we have seen kind of 100% rate on Legion commander. It's either getting picked, either getting
Radiant
banned.
team back.
And most of the times we have seen a Legion commander in the game. By far,
And
yeah.
by far, indeed. I mean, it is something that it's good you noticed it because I feel Legion Commander is that go-to pick, especially when you have an Invoker and you pick a Skyrat
10
Mage, which I'm
seconds
pretty sure is going to be a second phase pick along with the Dark Willow because both of these heroes are in the
5
pool
seconds
and maybe
remaining.
someone picks up the Dark Willow or the Skyrat Mage and it just pairs so well with so many of these off-lane heroes such as LC that could be the game plan that Relax wants to deny. And yet again, we are seeing reserve time being chowed down. A bit of reserve time, I mean, using reserve time this early on is good enough, and they're not using too much, but they're using very sparingly. They don't want to be very hasty in their picks. So I really appreciate that they are giving it time, but at the same time, we have seen reserve time being used to the complete extent. In the first phase, it directly went down to 5 seconds, which is not exactly recommended, and hence it kind of they paid for it. They paid for those hasty picks later on. So I don't think that will be the case in terms of True Strike and Team Relax.
Well, yeah, you have to take your sweet little time, but make sure you're not taking too much because you
Radiant
have
team
to
pick.
complete this draft in, the time you're holding on to, and once it gets out of your hands, then you kind of already lost this game of chess.
And the next piece in this chess puzzle which is going to go down is
10
the
seconds
Faceless
Void.
Void, and we have seen Void go down every single time.
5
Either if
seconds
it's not
remaining.
banned, it has been picked, and it's one of those just
Yes.
annoying and overall crowd control heroes that we would like to see in the game as casters, but I'm pretty sure the team does not like playing against it. So it is a very good ban coming out, and also it can synergize with so many other things. So they don't want that either. 1 minute reserve time on the side of True Strike.
Dire team pick.
Second pick. That's a Skyrath Mage instantly coming.
Ah.
We expected the second pick Skyrath. It's always a second pick Skyrath, and even if there is not a Legion commander in the field, it can be paired so well with the stun. And notwithstanding how amazing that hero is in zoning out the enemy core, especially on a position 4, you're
10
going to be zoning the
seconds
carry
remaining.
so much that farming is going to be a big problem. And hence,
5
we may
seconds
see
remaining.
a very aggressive lane come out from the side of True Strike. Maybe an aggressive off laner, maybe a Mars, maybe. Hey, I won't mind a Spirit Breaker. Haven't seen him. It could be something amazing.
Well, let's see. Team Relax. Let's see what is now the option once that Skywrath Mage is against them. Undying is there on the side of True Strike, and Invoker. Team Relax. Well, they are again taking their sweet little time as we were just, discussing about. But you have a lot of
Dire
options
team
right now.
Okay.
Ah,
That's a
they will
snap.
go
I'm
with that snap
so
fire.
happy.
Yeah.
They invested in Snapfire. This was the mistake. I feel not just a mistake because in the end they ended up winning, but this was what I expected yesterday against the Undying pick. Just picking a Snapfire for that Tombstone. And I'm glad Team
10
Relax
seconds
is not
remaining.
relaxed about this pick. They have committed the Snapfire in front of
5
the Undying,
seconds
and they do
remaining.
not want to give any more space to that hero to create more chaos than he
Radiant
already
team
will.
pick.
And the third pick comes out as Rubik. A
Rubik.
very interesting and synergizing pick. I feel Rubik right now is a great hero, and maybe even stealing a Tombstone, stealing DK, stealing many more spells to come from the 3 heroes on the team of True Strike that we haven't seen yet.
10 seconds.
It could synergize very well with the Invoker and Snapfire, and already I am liking Team
5
Relax's
seconds
idea
remaining.
of the draft. They may be onto something.
Well, yes, and draft seems like the powerful part of Team Relax's game. We have seen a very good draft from their side yesterday as well, and once again they're coming up with surprising, not so surprising, but yet some very good picks.
Radiant
Invoker with
team
that Snapfire and Rubik to fill the gap, but a Night Stalker
And an
True
Ember Spirit.
Strike. Oh.
I
Some
really
juicy stuff
feel
coming in.
these two picks have been a very good answer to what Team Relax wants to go on.
Mhm.
A Rubik, Invoker, and Snapfire all fear the Night Stalker, and this
10 seconds
is an
remaining.
extremely good move by True Strike. They have read the game, they have read the plan, and they do
5
not want to be
seconds
caught off
remaining.
guard by this Snapfire or Rubik. There is not going to be any threat from them. If the Night Stalker has a game, and if a Night Stalker has good positioning and good game sense, he will always dominate these two supports. And let's not forget, this could be a mid Rubik, this could be a mid Invoker, it could be Swamp, both of them being a flex pick. And hell, even the Snapfire could be played on mid. So we are yet to see what pick is what. But there's a Razor picked from Team Relax. I don't know about the Razor. It is great against Night Stalker. It is decent against
Radiant
Undying.
team
It is
back.
decent against Ember Spirit in lane, and especially if it's a mid 1 versus 1 matchup. Ember Spirit doesn't really like playing against Razor, but overall, with some good initiation and some good team fight control, I feel the Razor can be taken care of. So I want
10
some good
seconds
answers.
remaining.
The last pick coming out from Team Relax needs to be
5 seconds
needs to be that crowning jewel that they're looking for. Needs to be something that they can depend on to win the game, no matter what happens, no matter how big the Night Stalker and the Ember Spirit get. And it's up to the Razor to keep the game in check till the last hero does his job. The last hero is going to be a carry, and I feel the carries in the pool available against Night Stalker, Ember Spirit, and all these heroes. I feel a Drow Ranger would be really good right now. It's not especially great against Night Stalker, but overall, with
Radiant
the right
team
items, I feel he can do a lot with the team they have. Drow Ranger banned.
Well, yeah, but-
Okay, so that's happening.
Team Relax. They've banned it itself. But then again, a final ban coming up from the side of
10
True Strike.
seconds remaining.
Let's see where
Yeah,
the heads are at.
On to the final picks
5
right now.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
Really using their time. They have only 10 seconds remaining on the reserve time. Last ban coming out from the side of True Strike. Very good team in their own aspect, and a very good ban. I must say, a Slark is an
Slark.
extremely good ban, and Team Relax has to really rack their brains now. They have a lot of time. They have a 1 whole minute in the reserve time to pick, and they have to make it count.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, yeah, right now.
5 seconds remaining.
Thinking about what should be the final ban as a reply to that Slark ban, of course.
A Sniper band as the last pick.
Hmm,
Yeah, I mean, Sniper's great, especially when you have two frontliners like Ember Spirit, Night Stalker always jumping into the enemy team. You would like someone sitting behind and just shooting people down. So
10
yes,
seconds
Sniper
remaining.
could prove to be a very good ban, and maybe True Strike were
5
thinking of picking
seconds
Sniper,
remaining.
but there are so many heroes that work great with Night Stalker and
Yeah.
Ember Spirit. I won't hate a Leshrac actually. I think a Leshrac in True Strike's draft is something we could see work wonders, especially with the potential they have at just running at their enemy, and with the support of an Undying who just keeps your team from dying. That is going to be probably a good pick on their side. Let's see what happens, because True Strike is missing a core, and maybe we are waiting for a position 1 Leshrac. That's very rare, but I don't hate it.
well, but still, they do not have any reserve time at all. They already need to start thinking they have to pick it quick. But on the other hand, Team Relax, uh,
They are relaxed.
utilizing those last 12 seconds. Yep, they are relaxed. Very much relaxed.
Radiant team pick.
Last
And
pick coming out
finally-
from Team Relax is going to be the Lycan. I
Lycan.
am already hyped. I wanted this hero to show his face since day before yesterday, and we are finally seeing him. And the PL coming out. I actually love the PL a lot. This Lycan just got played, I feel, because the PL really has a gala time with Lycan. And even if they get this, because the Skyrath, he will have no life expectancy in this game. He is going to die. The moment he's seen on the field, he's going to be chased, murdered by the side of Team Relax. But at the same time, the chasers on the side of True Strike, they're not going to sit idle. And the Undying, he's not going to let this fight go down without a fight. And which is why I'm really interested to see what happens. Although I favor True Strike's draft, I do understand that without any proper stuns on the side of True Strike, this could be posing many problems, especially in front of heroes like Lycan, who can always run away, a Razor who can always run away, an Invoker who can always run away. And we will see probably a mid Invoker.
Well, let's see Team Relax. They do have a great draft, but on the other hand, True Strikes answer to them, man, that is better. But yeah, let's see. Once the game begins, once the fights arises, Undying will have a very important part in all the team fights. But on the other hand, Team Relax, I'd much like to see how they're gonna play out this early game, this early part of the game, to somehow gain that map control. Because True Strike, well, that's a great team.
Some aggressive positioning coming out from True Strike. They want to secure a kill and a rune. They want to see an Invoker. Okay, they planted the ward and they see the ward. Instantly they ping out the ward, and they are going to de-ward it once they get into a safe distance in order to avoid a deny from Invoker. Invoker is waiting. He knows it could be denied, and the ward could be de-warded, and he's waiting for a deny. He's going to go in range. Ward is detected, and that's instantly going to be taken by the Night Stalker, preventing a deny from Invoker. And that's 100 gold going towards the Undying in the start of the game. Let's see how many runes they get. This should be an easy 2 for 2 for both sides, unless if PL does some shenanigans and maybe snags a rune from Lycan. Is it going to be the case? No, it's not. They're not that lucky. But we see 2 for 2, which we expected, and I feel this is the balanced kind of game that I feel Relax needs to get that tempo up. They need that Lycan to get big. They need that Razor to get big. And at the same time, pressure these lanes. The Lycan, he needs to keep pushing. And especially as an offlane Lycan, you have to build the Helm of the Overlord, get the big creeps and chase everyone around, push towers, push the whole lane through. While the Razor, at the same time, is ready to make all the space in the world for himself.
Yeah,
It's going to be a really
Razor.
easy lane for Razor.
You were doing very well. I'm very proud
Because
of you.
Night
still,
Stalker,
that's not
any
one.
melee hero against Razor, it's not great. And especially paired with a Snapfire, the Skyrath has to be very careful.
Well, Snapfire from a safe distance. Look at the amount of damage he's already dealing. So yeah, Skyrath needs to be a lot more careful. But on the other hand, Snapfire.
Oh, Skyrath.
Once again, look at the HP.
But he has wand charges, he has a salve. He's going to be up to full health in no time. But it was a bit close for comfort, and at the same time, some good lane control coming out from the side of True Strike. We are seeing the Night Stalker dragging the wave behind, and maybe Razor wants that. Maybe Razor wants to position aggressively. He wants those aggressive positioning in front of Night Stalker and Skyrath mate, so he can get probably some kills in return. And meanwhile, on the mid lane, we know Ember Spirit is going to have a brilliant matchup. I initially thought it was going to be a Razor versus Ember Spirit mid, but they decided to play the Invoker on this mid lane, and it's a completely flipped scenario. The Ember Spirit is going to have a great time and he's not going to level up the Flame Guard past level 1 because the Tornado from Invoker is going to always debuff it. So he may not even level it up for the first 4 levels. Let's see what happens. He drags the wave very beautifully, keeping it on the high ground on his side. That's going to be more creeps coming to the side of Ember as if he needed it. He's already leading in last hits, and so is the Phantom Lancer, because we haven't talked about this bottom lane, but it should not be easy for the Lycan. Lycan really needs a very, very aggressive support to help him gain some advantage, and especially against an Undying, it's very hard for a Lycan to do anything because he's constantly losing health, he's constantly losing damage. It's hard to last hit with that, and especially in front of hero like PL who gets bonus agility every time he dashes into something.
Yeah, that bonus agility is already helping him, and the way he's trying to go ahead, Lycan every time tries to come forward to get some denies, but then again PL, he's not allowing them, simply not allowing them to do anything. Meanwhile, Razor, Night Stalker is backing off for the time being. There's some
But
good
it's
lane control coming
actually,
up.
I'm very proud
Yeah.
of you.
if you see top lane, Night Stalker is getting more last hits than Razor, and he's even actually. We don't want to see this as a Razor. If you are playing the Razor and you're against a melee hero, you don't want the melee hero to be getting any kind of lane, especially with an aggressive support with you like Snapfire. But clearly there's something that's going wrong. They need to address it.
Well, let's see. This is just the early part of the game, but this early part
Big job
is like the
aggression
pace.
on the
Oh,
side of Snapfire. Okay, Snapfire
Skyrat.
jumping straight on the Skyrat page. He's going to be chowed down, and the link goes out of Skyrat. That's going to be the first blood going to Snapfire. He dies soon after, but that's the first blood nonetheless. He may have bought his items right after, and Razor now has to run away from the double bracer Night Stalker. That is not a hero you want to go toe to toe with, especially without a link on him. He has 10 wand charges, and he's not going to die.
well, the first blood comes in, and the very next moment comes the denial. A trade 2. Well, this seems to be a long game because both the teams are giving a great fight, and that
Okay,
lane
in
control
initiation on the
coming
Lycan,
from
he
right.
doesn't have an ultimate, so
Oh.
he's just gonna get nuked down by Undying,
Gone.
and Skyrat made just an increased amount of magic damage. They do give the last hit to the Phantom Lancer, which is very, very heads up play from them. He's already leading in last hits, and he's probably leading in the net worth chart. Let's see, and okay, mid lane, Invoker in a huge bit of trouble, just trying to trade with the Ember Spirit, but as a Quasfix Invoker with very less damage for that matter, it's very hard to trade with Ember Spirit, and he is going to keep harassing you with those fists. It's going to be hard. What's the net worth? Observer G, please. Thank you so much. And yes, as expected, we see Ember Spirit and PL leading the net worth chart, having a phenomenal lane, having a very, very gala time in their own lanes, and also getting those kills early on. It's always going to help, and we are going to see more of a domination from PL. And I'm really, really worried for Team Relax. This laning phase, I mean, they expected it to go the way it is going, but at the same time, you didn't expect the Razor to be toe-to-toe with the Night Stalker. Maybe he should have been zoned out completely, but it's just not happening. In fact, the Razor is going to be gone on, but the Skyrat Mage taking a lot of damage, breaking the link. It is night time, so he could chase him, but no, they opt not to chase him inside the tower. There's a Snapfire right behind him, ready to give the cookie. But hey, we see one more TP coming out from the portal. The Snapfire jumps in ahead, and the Skyrat Mage, he's dangerously low, but he doesn't die, and he still gets one more nuke off, while the Undying loops behind from the portal. He drops the tombstone down, and he is going to help the Razor
Razor.
die. And that's a Razor kill going to the next, but the Tornado missed. It's going to be a
You were doing
huge
very
whiff
well.
from
This is
Invoker.
a
It
good
is not.
opportunity to learn.
It is not a good look, and also Skyrat agrees. He is tipping the Invoker. Not really happy with the way it turned out for Team Relax.
And now Night Stalker, well, he is in the lead.
The rule of
Razor.
invisibility.
Disappointments all around for Team Relax onto the top lane and
Are scanning.
onto the bottom lane as well, because Phantom Lancer he knows how to control his own lane, and the way he's getting those final hits right now, those last hits right now, he's on. He's already on the top of the net worth chart, following Ember Spirit. Then comes Night Stalker, and
Okay,
then after
another
comes
new
Razor.
trade on
Sapphire.
Skyrath page, but instantly Undying, just always there to chase, and the Ember Spirit rotates. There is going to be possibly one more kill going down. They want to dive this. They want to get the Razor. The Razor, he gets chained. He is stuck in one place. He's rooted, but he's trying to run away. The Night Stalker, he has popped his ultimate, but there is not much follow-up damage coming out. The Undying is still waiting for the Tombstone. He does not have it, but he's going to spam a couple of DKs from the fog, and he's trying to get some extra damage. Okay, Razor, he does see him. The Tombstone goes down. Maybe, okay, the Rubik goes down before, but the Razor also soon very much follows. It's a disaster after a disaster after a disaster for this top lane on the side of Team Relax. You do not want a Razor lane, especially who is going to be your position 1 to be this bad. But also at the same time, Ember Spirit comes to the mid
Making
lane
mistakes is
and
the path
he
to wisdom.
barely
Can't
runs
improve
away.
until you make
That Orb of
mistakes.
Corrosion health really helping him. But that was close. He could have thrown it all away, all that advantage he has. Invoker, he is looking for it. He is almost 1,000 net worth below the Ember Spirit, and he wants to even it out. And yet again, we see another TP from Undying. He's going to DK him. I mean, Clash, you see, this is this kind of aggression that we expect from a team who knows what their draft does.
Yeah, and once again Razor. For this time, Night Stalker. Well, survives. But then again, the way Night Stalker is playing his game, that is absolutely phenomenal. Ember Spirit is
Invoker.
holding on to his particular lane.
Okay, that's
Invoker.
a cold snap going out on the Undying. He's going to be an easy kill. I feel there's not going to be much that he can do. There's an ultimate pop by this Lycan. He is going to chase him and kill him. The last hit goes to the Invoker, but at the same time, Night Stalker, it is night time, and he is looking for one more kill, going for it. And the Razor has shown himself. He is slowed, maybe a bit of trades here and there. He still doesn't have a static link. He's going to turn around and use a static link, but being instantly broken by the Night Stalker running away, and that's going to be a lot of damage coming out from the Skyrath. He does go down, but does the Night Stalker finish this kill on the Razor? He has one more. Nobody's going to be slowed in the instant with that shotgun coming out from Snapfire.
Radiant's middle
Almost killing the Razor again. This could have been disaster after disaster clashing.
Well, let's see. Team Relax, they are not giving up without a fight. They are holding their ground. Though True Strike, they did try to dominate in the early game, and the way Nice Stalker was moving, the way they were, annihilating Team Relax. But right now, there's
Radiant's bottom
no
tower
big
is
net
under
worth lead
attack.
whatsoever, and talk about the KDA.
Night Stalker
Clearly,
just
True
having-
Strike,
yeah,
they
flawless.
are leading the kill fight. Yeah, he is flawless. 3 kills, 0 deaths.
Radiant structures are
Then comes
fortified.
Undying, Ember Spirit. But yeah, True Strike, they are
Radiant's bottom tower is
trying
under
to
attack.
control the game right now, and that's why
Dire's top
not
tower
going
is under
so
attack.
all out. Snapfire is
Dire's
there.
structures are
Skyrath
fortified.
Maze 2 comes in, but
Radiant's
on the other
bottom
hand,
tower
True
is under
Strike,
attack.
they might go for a little bit of tower damage for now.
A bit of an aggression coming out. The Undying Fox is going to go ahead and try to get some more damage on the Snapper, but he instantly kills the Tombstone with that little Shredder level, and he is going to be in a lot of trouble. They're going to chase the Undying back, but the Night Stalker also trying to get something done, but he is going to be dropping low. The Undying tries to make his way away, but the Kisses, they catch him, and they finish him. That's 2 heroes going down on the side of True Strike. Some rotations coming out for Team Relax on the top lane, help them get
Dire's
those 2
middle
supports,
tower
but
is under attack.
will the kill on 2 supports help them on any way? Because the PL is still free farming. The Ember Spirit is still free farming. What are you really doing? You may have taken a tower here and there, but really, these heroes get fat enough, it's going to be a big problem.
Well, yes, it will be. Meanwhile, Ember Spirit. Oh, Invoker! Trying to back off.
Not a big problem
yeah,
for
he
him.
will survive.
Maybe even
Yeah.
Ember Spirit. I mean, he has wand charges. He's going to use it to TP out. Not really risking it. He's going to come back. He has a remnant. So he's thinking, meanwhile, a smoke. We see a smoke from Team Relax. I think they're looking for something somewhere.
What are they up to?
They want to get some momentum of their own. And meanwhile, Invoker dropping very low from the Stride of Fists
hunting bounties.
But the Lycan, he is going to be leading the net worth with the towers taken, the towers and the last hits all counting towards him. And he could be very well the only ticket for them. At the same time, the ticket back home is going to be given to Ember Spirit. He's going to go back to the fountain. A bit of a risky position.
Well, and again, a great tag team coming up from Invoker and Snapfire. Rubik came in too, and Team Relax. Finally, it seems like they do have that momentum they were looking for since the beginning of the game. Razor, well, right now focused on the farm. Team Relax. Finally, a kill equalizer coming up from their side too. True Strike. They started off on a very good note, but after some fights here and there, Team Relax, it seems like they're making a good way out of the situation. Ember Spirit.
I mean, we saw this yesterday.
Right.
We saw this yesterday from Team Relax that they always show signs of life. They don't really show that they are completely lying down and let the bear eat them. They do fight back, and they have fought back in a very, very unique way. And now we see Lycan leading the network chat, and he is going to be having the helm of the Overlord, which is going to just make pushes better. And right now they're looking for the PL. The smoke has been broken. The Rubik comes forward and he does lift him, but the PL, he's going to run away. I don't think that this is a much of a problem, especially when there's no more stuns on the side of Team Relax to follow up. And yeah, PL, he knows there's something going on there. Meanwhile, okay, Skyrath Mage goes down, but the Lycan, he's very low, and he's just 550 moved in, and the Slide of Fist, last shot hits him, and that is the death of the Lycan. Undying also getting very low. All four heroes on the side of Team Relax on the top lane, they are waiting just for one misstep, 1 foot out of position, and they will have their heads. They get 2 supports in return of the Lycan kill, but the Lycan, who's a network leader, okay, a Rubik very far ahead, getting chained. The Night Stalker, he's going to pop his crippling fear, he's going to silence everybody, and this may be one more kill on the side of True Strike.
True Strike gets a good kill, but then again, Team Relax, they're not giving up that easy. It goes both way around. We are on 15-minute, almost on 15-minute marks. And Nacris, for sure, this game is going long. This game is going to be a 40+ minutes long game. The way it's progressing, the way both the teams are aggressing, both the teams are switching their stance from defensive to aggressive, from aggressive to defensive. Let's see if they can keep on doing this, or is it going to be a single team that gets some good frags? It doesn't look like it. Once again, Team Relax trying to clear the creep out. And Lycan, he's moving so freely right now, considering there is no one to stop them at the point.
It's more to do with just how the offlane plays nowadays, in that he has to be playing in that dead lane, and especially after taking this tower, both the lanes have become sort of risky for Razor to just farm willy-nilly, and all the lanes are always pushed out. Right now the Razor, okay, meanwhile, Snapfire, he's just going to be Mystic Flare to death, and that's a crippling fear. Sleight of Fist securing the kill. But as I was saying, Razor, he needs a place to farm where there's a tower near them, where the team can TP and also help him out in case a gank happens, because right now the Razor is very much killable. He's not a leader in net worth. He's pretty strong. He is leading over the PL, whose lane has been completely more or less just studded to a halt, and it's going to be a bit hard for him to come back and keep that lead ahead. Meanwhile, Night Stalker still going on forward to Invoker. He has been silenced, but the EMP is going to drain the mana, not let him use another one of his voids to slow him down. But the Tombstone is doing a good enough job of slowing him down, and the Rubik is just caught out in no man's land, and he's just going to go down. The Invoker trying to throw spells, but there is a dust on him. No amount of Ghost Walks is going to help you, and the Ember Spirit is going to just chase you and kill you. But the Razor, what are you doing here? You should not be here right now. Then that is an extreme amount of damage going out on the Razor and just dying. The PL, meanwhile, getting chased by the Lycan. He used the big creep to destroy all the illusions and focus the real PL. He finally got a kill. But now he no longer has an ultimate. He no longer has the wolf form, and he is going to yet again go down to the Ember Spirit, who is now dominating in this game. He is on a roll. He has 1375 gold, 1400 gold now over the Maelstrom Orb of Corrosion. He is looking up, and so is the Night Stalker.
Night Stalker
Ooh.
is on a different kind of rampage right now. Again,
And
Invoker.
you see him making the harpoon right now. He is going to go for the harpoon, going for that extra damage flows, or rather the distance flows potential. He is going to be initiated on. Okay, nice. 4-staff in into the cookie, but it's not going to connect on Night Stalker. He's way too fast in the night. And the Undying is going to be zoning out. And the Ember Spirit, he has a haste rune. He sees the Invoker. He wants that
Again.
opportunity. He's going to look for the chain. And he does chain him. And that's the Mystic
Woo!
Blade instantly going out on the Invoker. And he just goes down.
That was unreal.
What?
Invoker
Master
a bit out of
Instincts. He
position,
is
not expecting.
unstoppable.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Indeed.
is
Well,
under
yes,
attack.
Invoker had no idea about this. He was just taking on Night Stalker, trying to poke him in. But on the other hand, Master Instinct with his Ember Spirit came out of nowhere to take on him. Man, team, relax. It's hard to relax at this point. Because Necris, True Strike, they are coming in with some great tag teams. Kind of some unexpected kills. So if they keeps on doing this, they might get a great map control. But as for now, there's a total of just 2k net worth lead, so it's not a big problem. But the way Night Stalker is going ahead, look at the kills. Night Stalker is undefeated, still undefeated. On the other hand, Ember Spirit, he's on a 6-1 ratio.
I feel that we have to point out the Razor has gone the Maelstrom, and he's going into Manta later on, and which is, I feel, a very heads-up choice by Razor. He needs something to farm with, and he has to keep up in farm with the snowballing Ember and Night Stalker, and also the PL, who just seems to be free farming. Even right now, if we see the net worth, I'm pretty sure there is the PL who's still above Razor in net worth. No, actually, Razor catching up and more or less overtaking PL in net worth with that Maelstrom pickup. It is extremely going to be a good decision, I feel, just picking up that Maelstrom so early on and just not stopping in your farm. Because you're not going to be able to use your mana that easily, use your plasma field to clear creep waves, because it just eats too much mana, especially when you're spamming it. So he's going to use the Maelstrom to do it. And the PL, there needs to be something on the side of PL to probably enable him to farm more. Maybe a stack here and there. Yeah, get a lane. And also, I love this Aghanim Scepter pickup from PL. I think he understands the need for him to fight early on, especially when his team has such a great advantage and they are playing so aggressively. This is not the game where PL just, Manta, Diffusal, and farms all game. He is going to have an Aghanim Scepter very early on and try to get some more Spirit Lances in and contribute in a fight in the damage.
Dire's middle tower is under
Invoker, he's being gone on by the
oh.
Scarlet Mage, and he just dies
Again.
to the silence, and the Harpoon
Radiant's bottom
just picking him
tower
up.
has fallen.
Well,
As
Invoker,
badly as yeah.
man, I think this is happening again and again and again with Invoker. He's not getting that space he's looking for. True Strike. Well, they're
And
striking
again,
really hard, and
as much as
yeah.
we complain about PL, we have to see that the mid Invoker is actually suffering very, very badly too. In
Yes.
fact, the PL is not necessarily suffering. He's doing okay, but the Invoker,
he
he's
is
really
doing well.
suffering.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, Invoker, he's not getting any space. He's not present during, some of the team. Not that we have seen a team fight as of now, but the way True Strike is annihilating him,
Dire's top
they're
tower
taking
is
him
under
out
attack.
every single time, catching him off guard, and we have seen it happening, I think, 3-4 times already. And if it keeps on, if it keeps on going, then team relax, and that Invoker, well, there won't be any chance for them, especially
Dire's
for
top
him,
tower has fallen.
to give anything to this game. But yeah, let's see Razor. He's also trying to somehow gain that net worth. He is on number 3 right now.
Radiant
But
structures
Night
are
Stalker, he's showing us some impressive gameplay.
Indeed, and he's yet again going to jump in on the Invoker. The Harpoon just catches him a bit out
Again.
of position for the Invoker. That's a tip going to be going down, and they are really capitalizing on the Invoker's poor decision making. You shouldn't be this ahead in front of the tower when there is a Night Stalker roaming around in the night time, popping his ultimate, flying, getting all the vision in the world, and with the right amount of catch on the side of on the side of True Strike. I mean, it should have been a bit easier for Team Relax, but The Ember Spirit is just connecting with all of his shackles, and it is not letting the single target that they're constantly finding. There is not a single 5 versus 5 team fight that we have seen in a long time. It's always going to be pick-offs. It's always going to be one hero getting caught out. And that's what's exactly happening. That's what Team Relax needs to avoid. They need to use their team fight potential to its fullest. Their Snapfire Kisses, the Razor Ultimate, the Invoker using all his spells, and also the Lycan running around creating chaos. They need to be in a 5-man scenario. Without that, they're just going to be picked apart. And that could just mean
Dire's
the
middle
end of this
tower
game.
is under attack.
Well, we might see that soon enough. Team Relax. Well, smoking their way out, and finally a fight may arise, but no. A safe distance.
Lycan, he's looping behind. He has used his creeps. He's trying to chase the support, the Skyrath Mage. Obviously, the main target of a Lycan creep, and also the Undying. You just look at the damage coming out from the creeps and the wolves. He is already below half health, but they are going to back away. They are not confident enough, and actually, I feel they are expecting something to come out of the side of True Strike that
chase.
they haven't yet seen. And now, yet again, the Snapfire a bit more out of position. He has been silenced, and the Harpoon just comes in, and he's going to be finished. There's no kisses in this fight. The Razor, he's trying to link onto the Night Stalker. He's trying to run away in the it's daytime. He's trying to run away. He's not going to be able to save his Undying, but meanwhile the Ember Spirit just goes behind, kills the Rubik. But the Razor, he is standing his ground, and Sunstrike connects on the Ember Spirit, and finally that's a wicked 6 streak going down. He instantly buys back, he pays into the Remnant, and the Razor, he's still rampaging. He's level 17 with the Aegis. He's not scared of anything, but at the same time, why are we looking at Invoker dead, and
that Aegis.
that dead Invoker is just going to be leaving Razor to die for the second time. But that was something.
You can't improve.
That
until you
was
make mistakes.
something from the side of Team Relax. I feel they had a right idea, but when they chose to back off, it turned out to be a hasty decision because the Snapfire got caught out.
Dire's bottom
It wasn't a
tower
clean
is under
back out.
attack.
Well, we have seen some buybacks from both the sides, and that Aegis too. Razor was doing great. Razor was holding on to his team
Dire's
for
bottom
his team,
tower has fallen.
but True Strike. Man, nice talker at this point. And then Ember Spirit. They're on a different level. The way they are, giving their input in each and every fight. Again, it's Skyrath Mage. Team Relax, they will just back off safely without creating any kind of chaos right now because they are not in that situation. Finally, the team comes back. True Strike, they finally do have a decent net worth advantage, but we are already on a 25-minute mark, and this game, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, Nakris. A single team fight goes to Team Relax. Team Relax might, they'll be back in a situation from where they can take on True Strike. So True Strike, they have to make sure they play so flawlessly. A single mistake
Another
can
goal
change
in the Undying.
everything.
Dropping the Tombstone, but that Tombstone's not going to live. The Little Strider just does not let the Tombstone live. That's going to be a dead Undying and a dead Tombstone, and Team Relax just backs away. They know that they have invested one and I think 2 ultimates to kill the Tombstone and the Undying, and I feel that's
Dire's
more or
middle
less
tower is
worth
under
it
attack.
if they get to save the tower that's going to be taken down. There is some plans on the side of True Strike to catch someone on off guard, and the Rubik and the Invoker
they did.
getting stuck together, and the Rubik just instantly dies. The Razor, he's trying to link. There is a BKB on the Night Stalker. He's going to dodge the EMP and not get his mana burn, but the Razor, he is in a huge amount of trouble. He's trying to run. Okay, he just dies. The kisses, they finish him off. The kisses are really doing a big job, and at the same time, the Skyrath Mage, he does go down. While the PL is trying to run away, he understands the PL is not that force that he usually is with the heart and the Manta, and he just cannot stand in the fight and fight. And without the Undying, it's just extremely difficult for them to even take something more. But all in all, they do get the Razor, they do get the Rubik, while losing the Night Stalker, who is the net worth leader. And more or less, I feel Team Relax should be happy with their fight.
It's kind of an even Steven situation, but yeah, Team Relax, they need a lot more than this. On the other end, PL, well, still waiting for the perfect time being. But yeah, let's see.
No, he needs
What
the heart.
is-
He at this
Yeah,
point
he
of time
needs
he
that.
cannot stand in front of the in front of Team Relax without the heart. He will get dealt so much damage, and especially when your team is depending on you, when the Night Stalker is eating all the damage, you need someone else to eat the damage, because the Ember Spirit is not someone
Yeah.
who you use to tank damage. Right now, the PL and the Night Stalker need to be one of those people, but at the same time, Rubik just dies. Yet again, that's a kill. See, these are the kills that Team Relax seem to be a bit relaxed about. The pick-offs. When there is not a 5 versus 5 fight happening, some support or some hero is just out of position, maybe trying to get some ward vision here and there, and just ends up dying. And that gives True Strike the kind of momentum they need to come back into this game. And even if they're losing a bit of net worth here and there, losing a bit of momentum, it's those pick-offs that is helping them come back. And I want to see something from Team Relax here. I want to see another gather, because they have all their ultimates. They will have the kisses in. They will have the kisses very soon. And I'm pretty sure the Razor has a completed BKB by now. Does the Razor have a completed BKB, Mr. Observer? No, he's going for the Satanic.
Dire's middle
I
tower
like it. It is good for tanking damage, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to stand in the fight and just deal damage and take damage. And when there is anyone else who is taking damage instead of him, is going to be a bad fight for Team Relax. So I feel this is also a very good item pickup. But we see the Harpoon going out on Invoker. He's trying to force away, and he does tornado him. But yeah, he will be able to run out. That was close. Yet again, someone getting caught out in the open.
It's happening again and again. But this time Invoker survives through sheer luck. But yeah, True Strike. They're still looking for someone. They are already looking for the prey. Whenever they find someone, the call goes out and they captures him immediately. But yeah, let's see what is going to be the counter from the side of Team Relax. True Strike. We were talking about those pickoffs. Those out of nowhere kills they are getting. And somehow those are the picks, those are the kills that are ultimately giving them the net worth advantage, as well as the momentum, the mindset that they are moving all around the map with so much confidence. But this time, Team Relax.
Night
they might
Stalker,
go for a-
he instantly paused BKB and TP's out. He's not gonna let anybody do any more damage and gets any other spell off. He's just going to TP out, and there's one more TP out from his friend Undying. And the smoke gank has been successfully averted. That's 2 ultimates committed from the side of Team Relax. And I think this is the time True Strike needs to strike back. They know that the ultimates are down. Even with the Snapfire ultimate, they're not going to be as strong as they were with the Razor ultimate or the Lycan ultimate. You want to wait for that one chance, and you find this Invoker. Maybe he's trying to build a Midas. I did not see this, and I commend his gumption, but a 4-staff is not going to save you from this girl. You have double silence coming out. The Mystic Flare is going to finish you off, and yeah, that Invoker was going to be the next target, because they know there are no ultimates to support him.
Well, yeah, and slowly and steadily, PL is also, gaining the momentum he was looking for with some great kills.
Dire's
And the
middle
way he's
tower
moving
is
ahead
under
again. The team is
The
following
next
him.
item pickup on the PL
Oh,
it
Razor.
could be a Bloodthorn, it could be a Skadi.
Yeah.
But I feel both of them are equally good right now, and even a Bloodthorn just targeting the supports, just killing the Snapfire first, it could mean life and death in the fight. And especially even getting the Bloodthorn off on someone who has just used their BKB also deals a lot of damage. The Night Stalker, he pops his ultimate, he sees the Lycan, he was instantly going for the Undying, he's trying to live, but the Undying just gets forced back, and he is going to live for the time being. Nope, he's just gonna die. The Lycan runs away from the scene, he's going to be a dog, and he's going to run like a dog. And that was somewhat of a messy fight. Yo, the Snapfire, he goes down. He goes down to the Ember Spirit, jumping in, and the Invoker yet again caught back in. He does not want to be in this position, while the Ember Spirit is just waiting for him. And the AMP may catch Ember Spirit. Oh no, he dodges it. He dodges the mana burn from it. And at the same time, also the Razor going down. The creeps from Lycan, they finish off the Skywrath Mage, but they also go down. This is an insane amount of gold going to the side of True Strike, and especially with all 3 cores alive, which are going to get the complete team wipe with the Lycan coming back without the wolf form. He is going to go down, and that's more and more space, and they're going to get this tower.
Well, the hardest strike coming up from the
Dire's
side of
bottom
True
tower
Strike.
is under attack.
They were waiting for this opportunity for a long time, finally got this one. and captured it pretty well, actually perfectly. And now they are in a position where we can clearly say that True Strike, they are in kind of a leading situation on this
Dire's
game.
bottom tower
They are
is
leading
under
in the
attack.
tower game, they are leading in the network, they are leading in the momentum. But yeah, let's see what is going to be Team Relax's counter, because this game is not
Dire's
over
bottom
yet.
tower is
True
under
Strike knows
attack.
that they're not going super hasty, they're not making any mistakes. So yeah, let's see how Team Relax is gonna make a comeback from this point.
Naroshan is going to be scouted out by Team Relax. They do know it's happening, but they have no way of contesting this Roshan. Even with everybody spawning, there is no TP available. While there is an outpost, but I think no outpost on the Radiant side. There is not going to be an outpost TP here. They are just going to let it go. The PL with Aegis. And yes, he is indeed going for the Bloodthorn. We waited for it. I mean, the Bloodthorn was a very, very good pickup. He's going to pick up the Aegis also. And after the
Radiant's
Bloodthorn is
middle
finished,
tower
and
is under attack.
what is the Night Stalker making? I feel the Night Stalker is making a nullifier or something to prevent the force. Yes, he has indeed made a nullifier. The next item he will be going for is going to be the Assault Cuirass. Both of these items, the nullifier and the Bloodthorn, are going to make the supports and also the Invoker on the side of Team Relax, it's going to make them a bit more wary of running away. Invoker in no man's land. He kills the courier, but that has revealed his position to True Strike. He's going to be chased a bit. Night Stalker wants to see where he has gone, but he's not going to find him.
Well, Invoker will back off immediately in the woods. True Strike. Well, they do have somewhat of what you can call a controlling position, but then again, they do have that Aegis too. So yeah, they might look for a team fight, and if they do, Team Relax, what could be the counter? They do have that Invoker and that Razor. We have seen, I think, in the last team fight too, Snapfire is also dealing a lot of damage from the backsides. But yeah, still True Strike. They've been winning almost every fight they have contested till now.
And we are going to see more fights going to the side of True Strike if this just keeps happening. You do not want the Invoker to be caught out. He needs to be so far away from the fight while the Razor is taking all the damage. Relax needs to position themselves a bit better to take a fight that is better against a team that is ahead of them. Even if the PL has a heart, even if the Night Stalker has so much farm and the Ember Spirit is doing insane amounts of damage, Team Relax is not completely out of it yet. They take two good fights, and that could be the turn they need to get back into this game. And all they need for that is that Razor to just be in the right place at the right time.
Well, let's see. Things, they need things to make for to work for them. Otherwise, we are already on a 33-minute mark, and a single fight favoring True Strike. Well, True Strike, after that, True Strike will go for a finisher. They will go all out to destroy the Ancient to get that victory, because a single team vibe can help them a lot. They can enter the core too. They're already on their way. If we talk about the positioning, they're already playing a bit aggressive on the front foot already. So yeah, well, finally the game continues. Team Relax, let's see what are they up to right now. And finally, True Strike once again. Well, they are somewhat of an aggressive situation right now, aggressive stance right now. But then again, Team Relax, they're not making a move. They're not interested in fighting for now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The tower is going to go down relatively easily. I don't think Team Relax wants to contest this. They want to hold their high ground. They are pretty good at their high ground. That draft is very good at holding high ground. But if True Strike gets a good opening on crucial heroes like Invoker or Snapfire, this could mean a pair of racks for the side of True Strike. 6 Lotus, okay. Going to be a
rune of invisibility.
mega, what is it called? A Grand Lotus? Is that called a Grand Lotus? I don't know what it's called exactly, the big one. On Razor's inventory, I feel is the Greater Healing Lotus. So, do remember, guys,
Dire's middle tower is
Greater
under
Healing
attack.
Lotuses can be paired with the cheese to make a shield, a permanent shield around your hero, which was a very, very cool thing Valve added as a surprise, which was not revealed in the actual patch, but also it became a discoverable mechanic in the game, which was very soon discovered by one of the ardent players of this game. And we
Dire's
see
middle tower
PL
is under
threatening the high ground. He's going to keep sending illusions to supports. Dodge on the ENP, renewing the illusions. He's going to send the illusions ahead, burn some mana, get some value, and just trying to zone people out while they take this tower. And that's going to be a tower going down just like that.
Well, Razor did try to retaliate, but that was nothing. That was all in vain. Because True Strike. I mean, look at that.
Okay,
How can you
Night
deny
Stalker.
them when they are
He has used his ultimate. They are looking to go on someone.
Invoker?
They're looking for an opening. The Invoker, he's so far ahead. He's outside of the base. He has been silenced. And the Mystic Flare and the Harpoon just goes down. He is in the bad place right now. And he is going to pay for it. The Snapfire getting jumped on by the Ember Spirit and getting killed by the Night Stalker. The Lycan is trying to fight him, but the cheese gets popped. He's not going to be able to finish the kill. While the Lycan himself goes down. And even if there's a buyback coming out from the Snapfire, there is not going to be much he's going to be able to do. Maybe a stun here and there. And no, the Rubik also goes down really fast. The Razor, he's trying to hold us down. He does kill the Undying. But PL also dropping low, but he has the Aegis. He's going to live for a second. Maybe he gets finished off. No, the Razor misses one more hit, and he is going to be getting back. The Razor, he wants to kill people, but the PL with the heart is going to keep healing. The PL, he's still standing there, and he does chain. It connects on the Razor, but he's going to pop the Satanic, debuff the chains, and get the Aegis on the PL. They are waiting. They can't really do anything. They have to let this Rags go. They have done all they can. Razor is low, does not have any mana, does not have an ultimate, and they have to let maybe even one more Rags go. Not just this lane, maybe another. Okay, Razor getting rooted. Invoker is trying to do something here, but he's just getting chased. Ember Spirit instantly just goes on him. By the Snapfire, he does Cookie inside and tries to catch the Ember Spirit, but he's going to be successful in running away while the Razor
goes down.
focused down with the rest of the team, and he is not going to be happy with the result of this. The Invoker backing away, trying to get something done. The Razor buys back. They probably do get the Ember Spirit. He does not have any escape, and they do get him. But the buyback on the Razor was not entirely required if the Invoker would have just helped him a bit. But that's not going to happen. The Undying, while before dying, he does get a return kill on the Rubik. He does go down, but now the Lycan is also running away really fast, but he gets rooted by the Ember Spirit, and he just gets caught, and he's gonna die. He does have buyback, but the Razor, he doesn't. The Invoker doesn't. The Razor, he's trying to pop the Satanic, but he has popped the Satanic earlier. He has not debuffed anything, and the chains still connect, and that's a rampage going for the PL, and that's GG, being called out by Team Relax. Flashing some crucial mistakes coming out from them, especially from the Invoker. Very disappointing
And
to
there
see.
were no mistakes made from the side of True Strike. Not even a single mistake. True Strike gets the victory in this first and the only game of the day. And what a game, what a treat it was. Man, Team Relax, they were somewhat standing, holding their ground, but then again, True Strike, they were simply better. Everything, their teamwork, their their positionings, their aggressive stances, and for the final minutes, especially in these last 10 minutes, the way they've played things out, that was so perfect.
A big congratulations to True Strike. Truly a very, very well played game, and a bit of a disappointing loss from Team Relax. I feel I expected them to give more of a fight, but maybe some miscommunications happening on their side, and some poor positioning decisions that led to a couple of fights just snowballing out of control. And we we talked about this, about the Invoker just being in the wrong place at the wrong time, while the
Yes,
Razor maybe being at the
every
right place
time,
at the right time. But
every
it's
single
just,
time,
yeah,
and that was happening. Like, it's not like it's happening just once or twice. We have seen the same thing maybe 5 or 6 times, at least for 4 5 times. I still remember that since the beginning of the game till the very end of the game. So yeah, there were some mistakes and some heavy ones.
some heavy ones indeed. But what Team Relax needs to get from this is not to be demoralized, but gear up again, because these are the times you're truly tested, the best of ones. And these are the best of ones that you need to be capable of taking from the opponent team. And I would love to see Team Relax come back another another time in another game to just see what they're truly capable of. Maybe refine the way they think about team mechanics. But as of now, I feel we have to take your leave, guys. Thank you for being with us for this one and only game of today. And I hope it was worth it, because it was definitely worth it for us.
Yes.
So I hope to catch you tomorrow and get some more exciting games down the hatch. Signing off, Clash. Thank you so much.
Like I'm touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown. I can do my dance like a touchdown.
Bye.